The last day of school is supposed to be full of excitement, celebration, joy and happiness, as is the day before we go on a big break, without having to worry about assignments or classwork. But instead, it's a day of dread, exasperation and flat out weirdness because of how the students be acting on that specific day. On the last day of school, there's always a student that starts sobbing randomly. Oh my word. These types of kids make the last day of school unbearable. This is us celebrating the fact that we leave this institution. Ain't nobody's trying to hear you sobbing. I genuinely don't understand how students cry on the last day. You've been subjected to academic torture, stripped away all your freedom, being fed repulsive substances that were made from dog water and trash, bombarded by endless amounts of homework and assignments, and yet you still have the audacity to cry. Where is the sense in that? Which cycle cries over no school? Oh, I know. Either the teacher's pet or the kids who are most likely to peak in high school. The highlight of their entire life is at school. Of course they're gonna start crying. They can't handle it being over. Students will literally see each other during the holiday but will still cry as if they'll never see their friends again. You're literally going to see them in a few months' time. Why are you acting like they're having their final moments? It was so annoying to hear these students cry on the last day. Like, I ain't trying to hear that nonsense. I'm just trying to get lit, you feel me? We finished school. Someone bring the champagne. No pappy. Hey, I need my boys to sign my shirt though. It will be a good souvenir for the school memories. But why is there that one kid that's always asking everyone to sign his t-shirt? Can you sign my t-shirt? Can you sign my t-shirt please? How about I sign your life away? I ain't signing your shirt, brother. I don't even know you like that. Just go away, man. Nah, I'm playing. I ain't that cruel. I'll sign his t-shirt. But he doesn't have to be asking like that. You guys in America sign yearbooks on the last day of school. Some UK schools also do yearbooks, but my school specifically didn't. We sign shirts instead on the last day of year 11, which basically means the last day of secondary school. It's just such a shame that I can't find my shirt that was signed on the last day of secondary school. I lost it. Oh well. But how about the teacher's pet that always be doing the most on the last day of school? We all dislike the teacher's pet. All they do is meet ride the teacher. It's a sport for them at this point. They're just doing their job. They don't care that you've done extra work on the workbook, my guy. But on the last day of school, they take the meat riding to a whole nother level. They're out buying gifts for the teacher and thanking her extensively on their service as a teacher and vows to be the best student they ever had. With the nerd emoji. The glaze has no limits. What pisses me off the most is when they tell the teacher that they forgot to give us homework during the summer. Bro, if I should give you a slap, a nasty slap, you would forget you was even born. You just single-handedly ruined the last day of school for all of us. Congratulations, mate. Well done. You want a sticker now? You're out here opening your mouth asking the teacher for extra homework when it's a break from school. How silly is that? The types of kids who decide to commit that monstrosity deserve to get bullied. I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry. Don't be doing that foolishness, bro. There's always that one guy who leaves the school premises as soon as the final bell rings. And he might be the only normal person out of every type of student on the last day of school. This was me low-key. I completely hated school and I wanted nothing to do with it. As soon as the bell rang, I'm out of there. No traces left. I really didn't care about students signing my shirt. Nah, that was a lie. I let the people in whom I was close with at school to sign my shirt during the last day, as those were my boys at school, man. We would do everything together. We played computer games in IT class, played basketball at lunch, and even go on trips outside of school. They always had my back in the highs and low times at school. They would defend me when I was getting violated at break time by some random elders in year 11 when we were only in year 9 and we kept our relationship until year 11. They were real, so they get to sign the shirt. I'm out here saying a heartfelt speech for the guys I don't even talk to anymore. That's a bit sus, I can't even lie. But yeah, I don't stay after the bell rings. However, the students who skip the last day of school completely miss out, either for better or for worse. It's probably for the better because we barely do anything on the last day anyways. Man, I remember how my classes were empty as hell. No one came on the last day of school. Most students went ghost on the last day of school. And can you blame them? They ain't trying to risk doing work on the last day of school. Or even worse, getting summer homework because the teacher's pet all of a sudden reminds the teacher to set us homework. You absolute wanker. So in fact, I think it's a very smart strategy to not attend the last day of school. But the rare cases where they do end up showing up on the last day, then they're probably skipping class as well. Only God knows what they're up to. They are probably getting a haircut in the school bathroom to prepare for summer or something. Do you know who also prepares on the last day? The prankster. This guy has been waiting his whole entire life to prank the teacher on the last day of school. It's either because they held a grudge against the teacher, or it's just probably for jokes. We'll never know his intentions. But they love using the classic invisible plastic rack prank where they attach classroom doors with transparent wrap and wait patiently for the teachers to walk right into the trap. It was meticulously planned. it was premeditated. But when it's pulled off, it's funny, I can't even lie. It makes the last day of school more entertaining. Some teachers find it as a light-hearted joke, as it's the last day of school, you know. A good prank on the last day of school doesn't hurt too much, does it? So the prankster gets let off the hook. But other teachers won't find it funny and take it personally. So as a result, unfortunately, the prankster is sentenced to a whole summer term worth of homework. It's a risky game that they play. Next, you got the students who start confessing secrets on the last day. For example, the guy that confesses his feelings to his crush, they be like, I've been keeping this a secret and I didn't know when to reveal it, but I've been having feelings for you this entire time. Then of course the girl friend zones him and tells all her friends about the secret, and now the whole school caught wind of his confession. Oh my word, now that gives me secondhand embarrassment. That should go down in the Hall of Fame as the worst moments in school. He's lucky it's the last day. If it was just a normal day at school, it would have been over for him. Nah, it doesn't even matter if it's the last day. That confession already sealed his fate. When he returns to school, the first thing he's hearing is not, "What's up boy, it's been a while, I've missed you." The first thing he's getting is a violation on how he got friend-zoned by his crush. The same way Kai Cenat got friend-zoned by Tyler. We friends though, headass. It's safe to say that he regretted confessing in the first place. It's definitely not going to be a great summer for him, that's for sure.
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
However, it's really not looking good for the loner. It's particularly sad to see on the last day of secondary school. While everybody's celebrating finishing school, my guy's just sitting in class alone with no one beside him. You can see the emptiness in his eyes. Hey bro, someone just signed his shirt. He has been ignored most of the time in school. He has suffered enough in solitude. I think signing his shirt will make his day. Next is the clueless one. My man has no idea that it's the last day of school. I can empathize with him. He has been through too much BS in school to the point where he's disengaged with everything that's going on around him. He's on autopilot, barely clinging on to hope. He relies on that to get by. If it had to be anyone needing the last day the most, then it will be him. To him, the last day of school is like winning the jackpot after losing tens of thousands of pounds. I really feel their pain. Just get some real rest during the summer. You deserve that as you somehow survived this prison. HMP School England. That deserves a medal. And y'all all deserve a medal for making it out the home run. School ain't easy, so I'm glad y'all survived this year. I went through how the last day of school was like in this video, so click on it now. Cheers.